Love definitely is in the air, and I hope you do have your face mix on. This is TMI Socials. Happy Wednesday, happy Ash Wednesday, and of course, happy Valentine's Day. My name is Anuluapo Stevens, here to take you on a wonderful social media journey. Now let's kickstart with the first story I have for you for today. A gas tanker caught fire and exploded around 10 p.m. last night at Agbado Road, Toyin Bus-Stop, Iju Ishaga, Lagos State. Now the fire, which affected a few properties around the scene, was currently, controlled at that point by the emergency services. In a tweet confirming its presence at the scene of the fire, the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service noted that it had attended to the fire explosion. Let's have a feel of what went down last night in Lagos State.
Exploding right now, very close to my bus stop, very close to my house. To God, Nigeria need prayer. Nigeria need prayer. Nigeria need see gas station burning. Gas station burning. Very close to filling station.
Now let's get your reaction. Let's see how you reacted to the story. This user says, all this keep happening and you guys think it is just normal? All this explosion happened in Southwest, which all these governors act like they don't know what's happening. I hope it is not what I am thinking. Well, what are you thinking? It's the question. Moving over to another reaction. This user on social says, wow, it is well with everyone there. Please stay safe while trying to control the situation. Your life is more important, please. Official I am Helaner says, this was not funny on us last night. Thank God for my family and I are safe. Well, thank God indeed. And I want to believe that the Lagos State government, are doing something as we speak as regards this particular tragic incident. Another one says, what really is going on? The rate of fire outbreak lately is alarming. And Craft Girl says, the fact that I saw the fire from my place is still giving me chills. It is the same area that the Dana airline that crashed some years back took place. I pray God saves us all from these bad occurrences. Amen is what I am going to say. Now moving over to a national issue. The President Bola Tinubu-led administration has stated that Nigeria is a very poor country, to be honest, and our wealth is overestimated. In quote. Now, the special advisor on information and strategy to the president, Bayo Onanuga, stated this on Monday when he appeared on a national television platform. Onanuga described Nigeria as a very poor country, given its low capital income compared to other African nations. Take a look at what he said.
Is exaggerated. This country, for example, look, if you start from minimum wage, you find that our country, when you compare our country to a country like Kenya or South Africa, let me even use South Africa. South Africa's minimum wage is about $240 a month. In Nigeria, at 33,000 naira, just about $39. Yeah. Look at the gap. And you can see this reflected in other wages. If you look at but for me, the indices of poverty, it's very there. It's obvious that we have it, and people are poor, and that's why when we have this problem we are facing through now is.
Now, reactions trailing this particular story. Official The Brand says, why is this administration hell-bent on brainwashing us? Nigeria is rich. The problem is the selfish, greedy, stealing leaders who has failed to work for the nation, invest in the economy, appoint intelligent people to work on ensuring Naira improves, and increase minimum wage. waiting we do these people. Sales representatives in Rwanda get paid up to $100. Meanwhile, our government workers, some do not even make $50. Shame no they catch you now. Yay. All right, another one. Emeka says, Nalai, Nigeria is a rich country, blessed with many resources. If money was distributed appropriately, we would be light years ahead. That is what this user, Emeka, believes on the story. Do we have another reaction? Now, Ebuka Unwafa says, Nigeria is a very, very poor country. But you approved 500 million for one committee you set up. You budgeted 15.9 billion naira for traveling with your aides and Shati Di Amin, whatever that means. And of course, $34 billion for poverty reduction programs, including the One Better Edu alleviated. Alongside the officers of the APC, I beg to differ with this submission. Mr. Bayo, that's what this one is saying. I had to add that one. Now, still on the national scene, the immediate past secretary to the government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustapha, yesterday appeared as a witness in the ongoing trial of former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, before an Abuja High Court sitting at Maitama. Mustapha, who mounted the box and testified as the second prosecution witness, revealed to the court that both his signature and that of former President Muhammadu Buhari, guess what, were forged by those that withdrew $6 million from the vault of the Apex Bank on February 8, 2023. He told the court that he was neither aware nor took part in any correspondence that led to the withdrawal of the fund, which was allegedly meant for the payment of foreign election observers. Let's get your feel on this beat. On X, this one says, they think because the lie makes sense to them, that makes sense to all. They did not born Emefiele well to cash that kind of money without approval from Buhari. Go ahead and jail Emefiele, but make sure Buhari is sitting pretty opposite him. Now, yesterday, hashtag Buhari was also trending on the street of socials. While this one says, for fairness, I think the former president should be invited to testify that his signature was actually forged. The former SGF cannot speak for the president. Still on the story, another reaction. Fendi says, I don't believe it was forged because of the amount involved. You can't tell me as a CBN governor or whoever you are, you approved the withdrawal of $6.2 billion without seeing the president. It is impossible unless you are part of the heist to move that money for yourself. Now, so many questions, so many reactions out there, but indeed, I feel like this conversation is an ongoing one, and I'll definitely keep you up to speed with the latest of trendy gist. Now, moving over. The Corporate Affairs Commission has urged social media content creators, that's Instagram users and TikTok users with large followers, to register their businesses with the Commission in accordance with the Company and Allied Matters Act 2020. Now, this is coming amidst alleged plans by the Federal Inland Revenue Service to onboard media content and influencers into its tax payments. The Registrar General, Hussaini Magaji, made the call on Tuesday, that's yesterday, when he paid a courtesy visit to the Managing Director, Ope Dauda, and his team in Abuja. So apparently, likes of Sabinus, here in Edo State, MC, Edo Pikin, and the likes, will pretty soon be having to, pay tax, interestingly. How did you react to the story, is the question. Let's see. Zadis Oko says, content creators that you have never given grants to even kick off, the boys and girls who struggle to start a hustle with their phones without lights, Facebook has blacklisted Nigeria for monetizing content, and you haven't done anything about it. Yet you want to tax them from what income? The one YouTube already deducts 30% tax from, laugh out loud. Well, include tax for, and as well as churches, you know, on this taxation issue. Let's have another reaction to this one. This user says, and we are all out to enforce the provision of the law with its penalties, in quotes. Why not use the same energy to enforce the provision of the law with its penalties on people that have stolen billions of dollars? Is the question this user is asking as Nigerians got no chills on social. Now, Daddy Freeze on Instagram says, inside the social media where una one regulates with the I don't know what is going on, and Mr. Jollof still on Instagram says una go soon see lazy man beat as everybody they maintain una no like him. Whatever that means, we pretty much do not want violence this year. And finally on the story, they won't provide job opportunities and still be disturbing those that are self-employed. Should not government they give them ideas or na buy them ring lights? Now, in Burna Boy's voice, question with no answers, you know, given at this point. All right, interesting times again, I'll say we are on the street of socials. Now, in the spirit of the season, or in the spirit of the day, as we celebrate Valentine, now here is actually what true love should look like as a man tattoos his wife's face on his leg. Take a look.
Oh, yeah, me. Oh, yeah, me. I give my all to you, me. Everything for you. Oh, yeah, me.
All right, speaking about love, well, if this is not love, I don't know what then it is. Evans.
Well, it's, today is February 14th. Somebody was also reminding us that today is Ash Wednesday, so we should keep the day holy.
Come on.
So let's keep February 14th holy. Okay. So that goes to show that anything you are doing, have it in mind that the other side of today. I mean,
what do you mean anything you're doing? Now let's talk about what's the highest you can do for love for your wife. What's the highest? Can you actually have a tattoo on your body, you know, for her?
I will always have her in my mind.
In your mind?
Yeah. I think that's the best place you can actually keep a loved one. At all times, you think about her so that you just let her know that she's always thought of, you know, so it doesn't have to be that you have to tattoo her face on any part of your body.
So you feel he went extreme on that one?
Yeah, she will.
Okay.
All right, so I was going through your messages, your stories and all that. The one that has to do with, you know, trying to forge in the signature of the president, former President Bola. It's, I don't know, it's only in Nigeria you hear some funny stories that you forge the president's signature. So we draw about 6.2 billion US dollars. I don't know. It's only in Nigeria that you hear such stories. If it were to be out there somewhere, I mean, you won't even hear things like that.
So basically, it's a no. You don't believe it's.
I don't believe.
It's real.
Well, let's watch what will happen. The story is still developing.
Yes. So which other one would you love to react to?
Well, also the one that has to do with poverty in the country. That Nigerians are poor and all that. Nigerians are poor in their pockets. You know, larger amounts of Nigerians are poor in their pocket. The purchasing power of most Nigerians is very, very little. I mean, a situation whereby people cannot even spend, for you to survive this country today, you have to spend an average of 10,000 naira. So the big question is, how many persons can spend 10,000 naira daily?
Now, the other time, NLC's president, Iju Ishaga, was saying, with the rate of things going on right now in the country, we might likely need 1 million naira as minimum wage. How realistic is that, really?
Well, it is not realistic. I think the NLC president was only talking of, you know, how you can survive. I mean, a situation whereby you spend, if you want to spend to be comfortable, you need to spend at least 10,000 naira, 15,000 naira and all that. I mean, if I take my daily expenses into consideration, I have to buy fuel in my car, I have to buy fuel home, I have to, provide money for feeding in my house and all that. So at the end of the day, I'm going to be looking at the spending within the range of 10,000, 15,000 naira. So the big question is, how many of us can do that? So for Joe Ajero to say that 500,000 or 1 million naira should be the minimum wage, I think somehow he's right.
So now you want to agree with Bayo that says Nigeria is a very, very poor country.
Of course.
Nigeria is a poor country.
Nigeria is not a poor country, but Nigerians are poor.
Okay.
Nigerians are poor because the purchasing power of most Nigerians is very, very low.
Anyway, thank you so much, Evans. And that's my bits for today. I'll catch you tomorrow.
All right.